Thinking about these habits, it's really habits that do not require a lot of effort, but will make a massive difference, especially compounded over time. But we have a very special announcement.
Random one, but I've been trying to do it a little bit more lately, and it's just like they call it burping your house, actually, which I think is so funny. But just like opening your window.
Jensen's face.
What?
Hi, team. Welcome back to another episode of The Wellness Effect. Hope everyone is having a good week so far. And on today's episode, we're going to do a little catch up, and we're also going to do some of our favorite low lift habits or activities, I would say, more so habits, to just really give you guys some ideas of what you can maybe think to start implementing in the new year or in this new year. And when we're thinking about these habits, it's really habits that do not require a lot of effort, but will make a massive difference, especially compounded over time. And one of my favorite things to say is these habits will change your life, but they won't change your life, meaning they'll change your life, but they're not going to be a crazy change to your life. Does that make sense? Anyways.
Yes.
But before we do that, we have a very special announcement. Kira,
I did it, guys.
She accomplished
Not
her
even-
goal.
I'm gonna be a wife.
gonna be a wife, engaged in her engaged era, which we were just chatting before we started about how funny it was, because was it the podcast that came out right before this?
I think
It is. when we were all talking about our New Year's goals, and one of that was to get engaged. So go, Kira, way to manifest. See, you guys, what we're saying actually
Yay.
works.
Yeah, I did it. No, I knew that it was gonna happen at Christmas, so that's kind of why it was like funny. But yeah, I'm just honestly excited because I picked this ring out like 3 years ago, literally on my birthday in December 2022. I picked out this ring and I finally got it 3 years later. So I've just been like dying to be wearing it. So I'm happy to be wearing it. I'm excited to be, I don't know, wedding planning is it's funny. Like we had always like talked about it, but now that we're like actually engaged, it's just like weird. We've been together for such a long time. I don't know. It all just feels crazy, but
Yeah, I have questions about that. Like, are you guys, like, now that you're engaged, are you like, okay, well, now I want to start planning a wedding? Or
Kinda.
are you not really thinking about it?
no, we are, which is kind of fun. And we went to a wedding on New Year's Eve. Brett's cousin got married, and everyone was like already asking us, like, what are you guys gonna do? And we're like, I don't know. So we're either probably gonna do like massive 300-person wedding because Brett has a huge family and
Yeah.
I have like a pretty big family. My family's like nothing compared to the size of his. It's crazy. Or we're gonna like elope to the mountains with our siblings and our parents and like go
Yeah,
for
it's
dinner.
so hard, the difference between, like, you either have to have this huge wedding or it needs to
Yeah.
be so compact because those
Yeah.
people that are in between, like,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, I can't invite Aunt Joan if I don't invite, like, so-and-so and blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. Don't worry, I don't have an Aunt Joan. So yeah, it's like I feel like you have to choose between
Yeah.
I know.
one or the others, especially if you both have big families.
And I
'Cause it's-
always said I wanted like a cute little, I'm like, imagine just like our sibling, like he has one brother and I have two sisters, and like our closest friends and then our parents, and like we just go to like Jasper for the weekend. I don't know, something like
Yeah.
that I think would be so cool, but we're just like it's so hard to decide. So that's
It's
where we're at.
exciting though.
But it is exciting. I know, and we're like gonna plan one. But I don't want to get married this year. Brett's brother's getting married this year, so I feel like it's their year. I want to just focus on. I also don't want to spend my the first year of Jake's life where I'm supposed to be like breastfeeding, like worried about what my body's gonna look like on my wedding, because I'm not gonna lie, I want to look like snatched AF on my wedding. So I
Well,
don't
you're
want
building an ass, and so then you
Yeah,
gotta
so
get the small
this year-
waist after.
this year I'm building my ass, my dump truck ass, and next year I will tighten things up a little bit. So it just feels right to like give ourselves probably like at least a year or more. So 2027.
Oh, that's so
But
exciting.
we're planning Miami for my bachelorette party, Jeb. So get ready.
Yes.
I know.
That is so fun.
I'm
I
so
know.
excited.
Oh my God, I love that.
Yeah. So
I love the idea of like a little small wedding. Honestly,
Mhm.
selfishly, I like would love you to have a big wedding, but
Yeah.
I also like the idea of a small wedding and then doing like a bigger engagement, bachelorette party.
Yes,
Yeah.
bigger bachelorette party. Okay. Yeah, because everyone's like, "Do a small wedding and then have a big party." I'm like, "I don't no one's gonna come to, like, a random party when you're already married." I don't know, I feel like that's weird to me, but a big bachelorette party, I'm like, "Fuck yeah, like, let's
Yeah.
go."
Yeah.
Cool. So how'd it
Um
happen, Kira? If you
Oh,
don't mind
okay, so
sharing.
it's actually funny, I'll, like, really get into it because Brett is, like, kind of a little bit of an anxious overthinker, and I'm also, like, very I don't know, I'm just an intense human, so he had, like, a lot of, what's the word? Like, he just
Anxiety?
yeah, but, like, he felt like there
Nervous.
was big expectations on him to have this, like, big so literally took him 3 years since I picked this ring out, like and yeah, so I could tell there was, like, so many opportunities that he was, like, about to do it and just, like, never did, and then one day I kinda had a mental breakdown. I was like, "Hey, what the fuck?" Like, you just have to ask. So, we had, like, such a great Christmas, like, new baby and, like, traveling and, like, there's Christmas parties, and I just wasn't sure how our, like, whole Christmas was gonna pan out with, like, so much time with his family, so much time with my family, but we had, like, such a great our whole break, we were just, like, flowing together so well. Just was, like, so nice, like, the kids were, like, easy, and everything was just going so good, and then, of course, on Christmas Eve, we kinda had, like, our first little fight because he got so drunk with Zach and Mark, like, Lacey's
No,
husband and
really?
Marina's husband, yes, and I'm just like, "It's Christmas Eve, like, what are you guys doing?" But he was so nervous because he was planning on
Stop.
proposing the next day.
Well, and it's just like you gotta give context on Mark. So Mark is Marina, our little sister's husband, and he's just like a party, just loves to party and obviously doesn't get to. He is a dad of 3 now and like
Yeah.
runs a business. So it's like, but when he goes, he goes. So
He's
it's just
definitely
like
late for the party.
Yeah, like,
definitely
he
like
should be a party pumper, like, I always say that Mark will, like, get it get shit
Yeah.
going.
literally we call him the party bumper,
Yeah.
like and so he's just like pouring shots of Fireball and it's just like us, our partners, and my mom and dad. Like it's not a party. It's like our family and the kids. He's just like, let's do shots of Fireball. And he's pouring old fashions, but just strictly what is it, rye or
Bourbon?
whiskey?
Some sort of
Bourbon.
bourbon, yeah.
And
Huge.
just like glasses
4
like
ounces.
this. I'm like, Zach, that's like a half 2 6. And like none of the well, I don't know how much Mark and Brett drink, but like Zach does not drink and he's just doing shots of Fireball. Then he brings out the tequila and they're just like going through their upper and
Yeah,
I
like,
knew,
above
but
the
anyways, I
Yeah.
want Kira to tell her story and then
Oh,
I'll tell
okay.
like the funny parts about the whole thing about me
Yeah.
watching them get drunk. And I'm
That
just-
is just so funny, though. That actually brings me a lot of joy to think about all those guys just getting
Yeah.
shit-faced and you guys being annoyed at them and, like, so funny.
Just like, "Hey, like, we're not even at our house." I, like, had this whole plan for Christmas Eve. I'm like, "We're gonna read the night before Christmas. We're gonna put the cookies out for Santa," and I'm just like and also at this point we had gone through, like, quite a few of our family members getting the flu, and I could tell it was, like, starting to rumble up in my body, so I'm having, like, explosive diarrhea at Marina's house,
No.
and I'm also, like, freezing cold, shivering. I'm just like, "I just wanna go home, like, it's Christmas Eve," and Brett's like, "Well, let me know, like, as soon as you're ready," and then Mark pours him another 4-ounce fucking old-fashioned, and I'm just like, "What?" Like, we're
Oh my
literally
god, that
getting,
is
like,
so
fucked
funny.
up. So then, like, I was just kind of annoyed, and that night, I'm like then we get home, and he's, like, quite drunk because like, he doesn't really like, he'll drink, like, occasionally, have a couple beers and watch the hockey game, but he's not, like, drinking hard alcohol.
Yeah.
So then we get home, we have to, like, give the kids baths, get them both to bed, and then, like, set up spoiler alert, if there's any children in your car,
Pause.
pause, set up all the Santa stuff, and he's, like, useless because he's so drunk, and I'm just, like, stomping around, fucking I'm like, "Can you get the sleds?" Like, it was just a shit show, and then he comes into because I sleep with Jake and he sleeps with Ellie, so he, like, comes into the bedroom, and I could t and then I remembered, I'm like, "Oh my god, he's probably planning on proposing to me tomorrow morning."
Mm.
Like, and I'm just, like, being such a bitch right now. So he comes into the bedroom and he's like, "Kira, this isn't what I wanted our Christmas Eve to be like." Like, he was, like, so cute. And I'm just like, "Hey, I know, just, like, go away. I just wanna go to sleep." Like, whatever. So it was good. But I'm like, "Oh
That's
my
so
god, he's
cute.
totally gonna do it tomorrow. This is so funny." So then, yeah, we were, like, having our little Christmas morning. I didn't really know what to expect. like when he was gonna do it, but we like did all our gifts and everything. And I was like talking to Ellie, she got something and we were like looking at it, her little Lego set or whatever. And Brett's just like, okay, well, and if mommy could stand up, I have one more gift. And I'm just like, oh my God. I'm like, how about I just sit right here? And I like, because I was on the floor, but I sat. It's like you do weird shit in those moments, or is it
Yeah.
just me? Like, I was like, he asked me to stand up, and instead of just like standing up, I was like, how about I just sit on this chair? Like I said that.
He's like, okay.
He's like, sure, like whatever you want, Kira. And then he just said, he was like, got down on one knee and opened up the little ox, and he just said, Kira, will you marry me? And I just remember we hugged. I don't know if I like went down or if he came up, and then we hugged for like such a long time, and then I just started like laughing and crying at the same time. And then I was like, can you please put it on my finger? Like I just want that fucking ring. But honestly, Core, that was so cool. Such a cute moment. And I can just, Brett's like a really authentic person. Like he doesn't say things like I could do that scene perfectly, like, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
he like, for him, I could tell it was like coming from like such a deep place within him, and like the way he sounded when he said, Kira, will you marry me? I think I'll just like remember forever. And it was so cute. But
that
then
makes
when
me
we
wanna
got
cry.
to my sister's house, so like Lacey and Zach and my parents were at Marina's house, and they're all kind of waiting for us. And Marina has like quite a grand staircase. When you walk in the entry of her house, it's like up the stairs, they turn a corner, and then it's like overlooking the entryway. There's like a balcony there. So we like walk in, I'm like, hello. And like there's no one. It's like quiet. I'm like, hello, like we're here, you guys. And I like, and then slowly everyone kind of started to come out of the woodwork. Like Lacey and Marina were upstairs. My mom was like on the middle of the stairs. My dad was in the kitchen. And I was just like, who wants to see what I got? And like put my hand out, and everybody was like, ah! And that was just the coolest moment ever. Like such a core memory to just like have everyone there was really nice.
That's
And
so,
then,
so nice.
yeah, it
Did
was.
Ellie like comprehend what was kind of happening?
She like she just thinks when you're in love you get married, so she thinks we're already married, and then she's like, why are you guys marrying again? Like she's
Right.
kind of confused, but then she's like, what am I gonna wear to our wedding? Like she's excited to have her wedding. So
So cute.
yeah. Oh, it's so cute.
Aw,
So yeah, that was
it
it.
was the best. But
That's so nice.
so, okay, I gotta tell my perspective
Yeah.
now because it is so funny. Well, the boys actually got drunk 2 nights in a row. Pretty much did the exact same thing. So I stayed at Kira's house the first 2 nights, me and Zach, and then the next 2 nights we stayed at Marina and Mark's. And so the second night that we were staying at Kira and Brett's, they're having drinks, and I can tell Brett's getting a little drunk and Zach's getting a little drunk, and then Kira must have went to bed, and then it was just me, Zach, and Brett like sitting on the couch, and Brett just drops that he's gonna propose. And like Kira had like hinted like she thinks it might happening, but it's like how many times has Kira said that over the last year where it's like, I think it's happening this weekend, and then it didn't. So I'm like, I don't know. And then it's just like, so, and that's how I could tell he was drunk, because he's like, so I'm gonna propose to Kira, but on Christmas, but I'm just wondering if I should do it here, or I was kind of thinking it'd be a nice grand gesture to do it in front of your whole family. I'm just like, absolutely not, Brett. I'm like, you have to do it in the morning. Like, do not do it at Christmas dinner. I'm like, that is the worst idea ever. He's like, are you sure? He's like, I just thought that would be really, he kept saying grand gesture. I just thought that would really be a nice grand gesture.
Aw, that's so cute.
And I was like, no, absolutely not.
I
Please do
get
not.
what he was saying, but I would have been pissed because I would have been like, great, another fucking time when he didn't do it. So I would have been bitchy. I probably would have said something when we left our house.
Well, that's what he
going to
even said. He's like, I know, that's the only thing I was thinking about is if I don't do it in the morning, she's going to be upset all day.
Yeah, that's so true.
So then the next night, Christmas Eve, when Mark was just,
Yeah.
because I was like, whatever. I'm like, this is a perfect, Zach, if you want to get drunk, I do not care because we're going to bed. It's Christmas tomorrow, whatever. We're literally sitting inside for the next 3 days because we're in Alberta and it's minus 30. It's another topic for another day. Anyways, so I'm just like, Mark, I'm like trying to give him the eyes, like, stop feeding these Brett drinks. Like, he's not going to be able to do it tomorrow. And I was just like so in my head and nervous that I was like, even like glaring at Brett when he would like take another drink. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you guys do not need to be drinking. Everyone's like, just relax. And I'm like, if he gets too drunk, then
Well,
he
Brett said
doesn't.
even Marina pulled him aside and was like, "You don't need to go home." I'm like, "Marina, you little fucker! Like it's Christmas Eve. Go
You don't
away."
need to go home.
Yeah, like
Well, and even like I couldn't even tell Marina that because Marina also likes to have some drinks. Like she was having some
yeah.
drinks. She wasn't drinking straight old fashions, but she was having fun and
Oh my
she was
gosh.
trying to buy Brett some time. So she's like making cookies for Santa.
Yeah,
She's
just like dragging it out.
well, can you guys just wait 20 more minutes so Ellie can take a cookie home? Says it right in front of Ellie. She's like, good, nice, got you 20 more minutes. So funny,
That
but
little twerk.
no, it was so. And then when you came over and we were all upstairs, I'm just like, oh my god, does she have? So me and Marina are like,
Oh yeah. So did you tell Marina that you
No.
thought? Oh okay. Oh my god.
no, I didn't.
So everyone was still surprised.
Everyone was well, we all kind of thought like because Kira had alluded, but I don't know
Mhm.
about like mom and dad.
Oh,
But
I told Mom, I was like, if Brett doesn't propose to me on Christmas, she's like, yeah, what is taking him so long? But it was so funny too, because when we went on that baby moon, that's when I really thought he was going to do it. And I
Yeah.
actually had a mental breakdown when he didn't. This is really opening up my life, but whatever.
Well, that's exciting. I also love
Yeah.
your ring.
Yeah, I love it too.
I know, I love it too.
Salt
So
and pepper.
cool.
It's so pretty.
Yeah,
What's the
it's so
stone
pretty.
called?
It's a salt and pepper diamond.
Wow.
Yeah. I love
Yeah.
it so much.
Obsessed. Love the uniqueness.
Yeah, something different. And it means like it's really cool because like salt and peppers are imperfect and they're like all different. And so like the meaning of the ring is like it's a very grounding stone and it's also just like through imperfections and like there's love, blah blah blah.
Aw.
So I was like, oh, this is perfect for us.
I love that. It's so
Yeah.
cute.
Yeah.
Well, congrats.
Thanks.
So you think it'll be like a 2027 wedding?
Yeah. I think so.
Amazing.
Yeah. So exciting. So catch us on our first vlog when we go to Miami
Yeah, I'm
for
fucking
the
pumped.
Bachelorette.
Yeah, on our Patreon.
On
Yeah.
our Patreon.
And we didn't even like, do we want to talk about Jeb's High Rocks? Because like we haven't even got to, but
We
I
didn't?
guess not.
no, I'm dying to
We
hear
talked about
it.
it before.
Oh, well, yeah, Jeb.
I don't have even like a ton to say about it. I talked
First
a
of
little
all,
bit
what
about
does High Rocks stand for again? You never did tell me.
hybrid
Same.
rock stars.
What?
What?
Isn't that
Sorry, what was that?
disgusting? Ugh, like we're in
Yeah.
at New Year's Eve, we were with like some of our friends, and Matt like told it was like 3 different couples, and all the girls were like, "Oh, I like that. That's kind of cute." And I'm like, "I know, but the whole event isn't cute. It's not like a bunch of like kids doing exercise. It's so weird. I don't know why they did that, but yeah, it went really
Hybrid rock
well.
star.
We both did great. I have to give it to Matt because like he was literally in the trenches 2 weeks prior leading up to it. So I know on the last podcast we talked about, I was just saying how Matt was like, "Oh, who cares about our time?" And then of course, like when we're going through it, he was like so just like dialed, but I don't give him enough credit for how athletic he is. But yeah, it was definitely like the hardest thing I've done. Like the runs, there would be so many times I'm like, "Matt, I don't feel good." And he'd be like, "You can't let your heart rate drop." And we just like,
Oh my
keep going.
gosh.
I know it's like intense, but you actually can't. Like in the run before, you see people walking, and you're like, "Oh my God, people are walking. That's hilarious." And they like look like fit people. But when I was in that run, I was like, I want to run so bad, but it's true. Like you can't let your heart rate drop that suddenly, or else you're not coming back from that.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was cool. I honestly think I would do it again. And there was like some things we didn't know just because a lot of it is like when you strategy. A lot of it's strategy. And we didn't know the strategy. And so there was a lot of different things where we like could have done probably better, but yeah, it was fun. And then just like went right into the holidays, which wasn't a great transition from like being so dialed in for 12 weeks long. And I'm like feeling icky right now, but I know it'll literally by the end of the week, if I'm on my regular routine, I'll feel back to normal. So Yeah,
But
it
you
was
guys
fun.
did crush
Oh,
it too. Like, she's kind of
Yeah.
underplaying her
Yeah.
results. Like, they absolutely crushed it. So good job. Their
thanks.
time was 1 hour and 17 minutes. I
Thank you,
memorized
Lacey.
it.
Yeah, we did better than we thought for sure. Honestly, anything under an hour 20, but then afterwards I was like looking at other couples' times. I'm like, we fucking kicked ass. Like, we did pretty good. Obviously, okay, no, this is the one story I want to tell. So, the couple we did it with, they were in like a heat after ours. So, we got to watch their entire race, which was really nice. But they, like, halfway through their race, the pro men came out. And what the pro men are basically, it's like anyone can do it. It's just like you're going to look like an idiot if you're not extremely fit doing it. So, it's like heavier weights and everyone's like super athletic. And so they come out like halfway through our friends like round. And you guys, it was literally like 100 jacked, like I don't even know the word to describe these men, like just like so big and muscular, but like so lean, sprinting like these kilometer laps. And like we saw the first couple and it was like, okay, yeah, they're going fast, but it's their first round. They just kept keeping that pace. Like they finish in like 57 minutes, which is crazy, but they just look like these like athletic specimens. Matt was like, okay, relax. But I'm like, it's actually crazy just how impressive, because they're big, but they're moving so fast. It was so
Whoa, they're like lions.
like
or something.
Spartans. I'm like, oh my God. It was wild, but
That is
Cool.
crazy though, like especially coming from your background where we're just used to seeing like super jacked bodybuilders who can't even touch their toes.
exactly. They're like, they
Can't
look like
wipe their ass.
bodybuilders, but like are so fit. And okay, obviously throughout this whole training process, I've gotten like, especially because I wasn't training with a lot of intention, I would say before. Throughout this process, I've definitely gotten like stronger, but I've never trained like this hybrid style. And the best way I would describe it versus when I was like training consistently bodybuilding 5-6 days a week, progressive overload, is when I'm walking at night, I feel like if someone were to come up to me and like try to assault me, I could like beat the shit out of them. Whereas before, I was probably like stronger in terms of like how much I could deadlift, but it's just a different like strength. And that's like the best way I could describe it. Like I'd be walking at night with Stevie and I'm like, I think I'd put up
I
a
feel
pretty
so
good
good.
fight against someone. Don't know who that is, but
I hope it never
someone.
happens.
Yeah.
It's hilarious how many times I like think about situations like that. So I'm
Same.
like, okay, if someone were coming right now, then
Yeah.
let's go. And I
What
would
would I
run as
do?
fast as I can.
Chew.
No, but that was crazy, and I literally cried when I seen your guys' story when
Yeah.
you guys ran across the finish line and you jumped into Matt, and it was so cute.
I
So
know,
cute.
it was such a cute video. It was 10 out of 10 recommend doing that with your partner because you just
That's
feel
so
so much
cool.
like pride for the other person and like you're like, we freaking did that. Like that was
So
cool and
hard.
impressive. And the other thing is there's so many different like this race, what I did like about it is that like anyone can do it. And like some people finish in 2 hours and 20 minutes and like it doesn't matter when you finish. But yeah, there's like people in wheelchairs. It was crazy.
Cool.
That is cool.
So
Yeah.
fun.
Okay, you guys, well, Lacey, I feel like you didn't really get to say.
I don't need any time.
Lacey's still famous, and Lacey.
Yeah, Lacey's getting more famous.
Tate McRae liked Lacey's post.
Tate McRae liked my
and-
post on Christmas Eve. It was a Christmas miracle. It's like, oh my
So
god.
Tate, if you're listening, we love
We
you.
love you. We love you. Do you want to join the root cause reset?
Yeah.
No, but I'm fine. I don't have anything that exciting, so we can
Okay.
just move into our low lifts.
Amazing.
Yeah, because Jensen was like, let's do a low lift episode. And I was like, we were texting him in our group. And I'm just like, Lacey was like, oh, yeah, I love that idea. And I'm like, okay, like, what does that mean? Like lifting low weights for like a long time? Like, what is this? I had literally no idea what low lift was, but it's like, yeah, what Lacey said in the beginning. It's just something that doesn't take a lot of effort. It's a low lift, but the reward is, well, we wanted to pick things that we have tried and found have super high rewards.
Reward. Good for this time of
that's-
year as well.
Yeah.
So let's get into it. Starting with Dun, 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 dun. Kira.
Okay. I'm going to talk about tea and infusions because I feel like I'm just having such a moment with them right now. And they're so easy. They're so impactful. And even if we just are having like a cup of tea, like, yes, it's great to have like our nettle infusions and our dandelion infusions, like overnight, steeping our tea for like 12 hours. That's incredible. Super easy. You can literally just grab a tea bag. You don't have to get the loose leaf if you're not like there yet. I kind of do half and half. Like some days I'll do when I'm feeling really into myself, I'll do a loose leaf. But most of the time I just throw a tea bag in there, steep it overnight. Incredible source of minerals, great for your nervous system, super, super hydrating, perfect way to start your day. Even just that alone is an incredible low lift habit to start. But like, have you ever had just like a regular old English breakfast tea with some like good sugar and like
So nice.
real milk in it? Because I feel like tea is going to make a cut. That's my prediction, my wellness prediction for 2026 is like tea is going to make a comeback this year because it's been all about like matcha and coffee. It's like, can I just have like a nice herbal
Tea.
tea, like
Like Earl
peppermint
Grey tea
tea?
is like cannot
Oh my
be
God.
beat.
Cannot
So
be
good.
beat.
So good. And me and Brett are on like a peppermint tea train. Like I actually had the last peppermint tea the other day. He was so mad. He's like, well, is there no more peppermint left? I'm like, what are you, like a tea person now? Like, what the fuck?
He's in his engaged
So,
era. He likes
yeah,
tea.
he's a husband now. He just likes tea. And this episode of The Wellness Effect is brought to you by Lifestyle You. If you're listening to this podcast and thinking, okay, this sounds like me, whether it's low energy, hormone imbalances, stubborn symptoms, or you just feel like you've tried everything, Lifestyle You is our root cause coaching program designed to help you actually connect the dots.
We use functional nutrition, personalized support, and functional lab testing to figure out why your body is doing what it's doing, instead of just guessing or slapping a band-aid on symptoms.
And because you're a listener of The Wellness Effect, when you use the code Wellness Effect, you'll receive a free functional lab when you join the program. If this episode is resonating with you, make sure to share it with a friend, subscribe to the podcast, and check out the show notes to learn more about Lifestyle You and how to apply.
So yeah, that's, I think, one of my favorites, one I'll do forever. Just like start getting obsessed with tea because not only is it very good for you and very healthy, it's also really soothing and like healing just having something warm in your hand and drinking it.
And don't
Yeah, and then-
overcomplicate it. I think
Yeah.
it's like sometimes I feel like, I don't know if you guys get the same thing, but when we post anything about tea, people are like, how many times a day? What can I combine it with? How long do I need? It's like Kira said, just put tea bag in hot water, drink it.
Yeah.
Start
Drink
there.
But no, it's good. And I created kind of like a little nighttime routine because I'll steep mine overnight and it is better. Like once it's over 4 hours, you do get more out of the tea. So we do encourage that, but it's just so easy and it's so nice waking up and I fill like that mason jar that Kira has, like a big mason jar. It's a liter. I'll fill it like just over halfway of water the night before and then I'll steep it. And then in the morning, I just like top it off with boiling water. And so it's not like super, super hot, but it's just the perfect temperature to sip while I do my morning routine and read my book. And so it is something too that I'll do forever. But that's just so easy because we all, well, hopefully, but maybe not all of us, but like I just drank water before, right? And so it's like took zero effort to change out that habit. And now I'm just getting so much more benefit from it.
Yeah.
And so, and even like Kira, I think you sometimes, oh no, that's coffee enemas that you steep all at the same time and then save for later. Never mind.
No, Kira does that too.
Yeah. But it is super easy. So go buy some nettle tea bags. That's step number 1, because I will admit, even when I bought the loose leaf, when I first started out, I had some resistance towards doing it. So just get in the habit because you will get addicted. Like now that's one of my non-negotiable things that I even brought my mason jar back to Alberta over the winter break because I was like, I need to have my mason jar of tea in the morning. So you do get addicted, but make it as easy as possible. Buy the nettle bags. It's best if they're organic, if you're going to be using the bags. And I put 2 in my liter mason jar overnight and game changer.
Even if you don't have a liter mason jar, just start with
just start with a cup.
Just a cup.
Because I also had so much resistance to it because I didn't have like the big mason jar and I didn't have like the bags. And as soon as I got the tea bags, I started doing it every night. I'm like, this is amazing. You put some lemon and electrolytes in it the next day. You actually
Just
feel
like,
so good.
yeah, win, win, win.
Yeah,
So,
and it's
boom.
really easy to travel with those tea bags, like, when we were in Mexico, every morning, I'm like, "Jeb, I got our little infusions," and, like, you just bring, like, 10 tea bags that can fit in your bag, like, you don't even need to if you don't wanna bring the rest of your supplements on a trip, just bring yourself a nettle tea and you're killing it.
Yep.
So, number 1,
Amazing.
tea in all shapes and sizes.
Obsessed.
Okay, popcorn Jeb, you're next.
Okay. I am going to start with tongue scraping. And the reason why I chose this one is because one time, this is how I got the idea for this podcast. A girl was like, "Oh, yeah, I was listening to," pretty sure it was like Lauren from Skinny Confidential, like her like low lifts podcast episode. I'm like, that's such a good idea. So she said that one of the things she implemented from that was tongue scraping. And tongue scraping, I feel like, is such an easy thing to add into your oral hygiene routine. And if you guys haven't listened already, we have an episode on oral hygiene and just the importance of it. And I feel like it's an easier entry into it than like oil pulling would be, and it makes such a big difference. It's also very low cost. Like you can get one off Amazon for $5. And so that is my low lift oral hygiene routine.
Yeah. Love it. And
Simple.
again, don't overcomplicate it. Ugh. Oh, just take it. Scrape your tongue. Okay.
Yeah, you're supposed to do it for very first, right? In your oral. Yeah. I will admit that is something that I need to get better at because I'm probably once every 4 days I remember to scrape my tongue. I don't know why. I'm just not good at remembering it. So,
Do you leave it
Mine's
out?
just like in my
yeah.
jar where my toothbrush is, so I can't grab my toothbrush without like almost grabbing my
Yeah, that's
oil.
like me too.
Yeah, mine's like hanging on my little towel rack right beside my
No.
sink.
Lacey?
But it's literally like straight in my eyesight. But
You're like, no, thank you.
no, thank you. But no, that's better. I need to like put it around my toothbrush, I think, because, you know, the ADHD, out of sight, out of mind. So
Yeah, exactly. And once you start doing it, especially in the morning, like,
you get addicted.
yeah, it just is so much better. But that's actually something Matt got me on. A little health
Shout out
king.
Matt.
Wow,
Freaking
Matt.
wellness freak.
Wellness freak. He's like, that's why I never get sick. I'm like, okay.
Maybe though.
Maybe you're onto something.
Um,
Okay, Lacey.
Okay, mine does require a slight more effort than like a 2-second tongue scraping or maybe like 20-second tongue scraping or a 1-minute prep to do your teas, but it's walking after meals. And this is something I think it was 2023 that was like my New Year's resolution of I wanted to just make it a habit to walk after breakfast, lunch, and dinner no matter what. And I have religiously stayed with it. And I swear, I mean, obviously, I've changed a ton of things in my lifestyle, so I don't really swear, but I do think it has had made the biggest difference on my digestion, my bloating, because I was someone who was 24/7 bloated all day, every day, no matter what. Never ever get bloated anymore. And I also think it's why my weight is just easily maintained now
Yeah.
with zero struggle, is because it just does so much for your blood sugar as well, just going on that short walk. And
Even just your movement.
even that's what I mean. I'm like, that's when I
Yeah.
think about like a low lift activity. I'm like, if you go for a walk, major bonus points if it's outside, and I always go outside. So it's outside, you're getting steps, you're getting fresh air, you're getting sunlight, you're improving your digestion,
Blood
and you're
sugar.
supporting your blood sugar. It's like,
Walking is just like
that's
the
I know. I'm like, you're killing
habit.
like 18 birds with one
Yeah.
stone. Like, it's just, how can you even argue doing that? And I think, again, people overcomplicate it, but I do well, it takes me 13 minutes to do the loop around my house. So it's just like, it doesn't need to be a 30-minute walk, a 45-minute walk. It can be like 5 minutes is even, they've shown support in blood sugar with just a 5-minute walk. So even sometimes if I'm running late or I'll have a call, I'll just like walk to the end of my road and back, and I won't do the full loop. And it's like 7 minutes. Like, it's just, make it a non-negotiable though. And I think you'll just notice such a big difference. So there's really no excuse.
And there's lots of ways around it too. Like I know we've talked about, even last night we were at mom and dad's for supper, and I just like picked up Jake and like did laps around the kitchen while we all talked after supper. Like they're all sitting there while we're talking, and I'm just like walking back and forth. Or like one time what did I do with Ellie that time? Oh,
Mountain
like
climbers.
mountain climbers while I did a puzzle with Ellie on the floor after supper. Like we can't always get out. Like sometimes it's so cold. I'm so jealous, Lacey, that you get to go outside for every single walk. But I can't. I could. I don't want to. but
You
I
need a
am gonna get
walking
a
pad.
walking pad. I know. I'm like,
Use
"Brett,
my
I need a."
code.
Oh, okay. But I found one that's a walking pad and a vibration plate, and those are my 2 things I wanna get this year. Brett's like,
Wow.
"'Kay, Kira, like,
So
stop."
you're just, like, jiggling as you
No,
walk?
not at the same time.
It's like, that sounds horrible.
No, it like, the thingy that goes around in circles, if you put it on, like, vibration plate mode, it just goes like that, so
See,
you
that's
stand
really
up.
cool. Then you're
Yeah,
That is
killing
so
even
really
more
cool.
birds.
I just got a vibration plate, so I'm like day 4 into using it, and I can tell I'm gonna be obsessed with it.
yeah, they're good.
Yeah.
Okay, walk after meals.
Walk
Easy
after meals.
peasy, do
The one
it.
thing I think we should talk about is just if you work in an office, it's so
Mm.
easy to be like, I can't go for a walk. But same thing what Kira said, even if you're just like pacing around the office, and also there's people that take smoke breaks and no one bats an eye, you can take your 5-minute walking break.
Well, and I'm like, most people have an hour for lunch. I'm like, you can fit in a 5-minute walk into that hour. Like,
Yeah.
just eat your
And
lunch and don't scroll on your phone and you'll be able to do it. Or it's like, oh, I forgot something in my car. Walk down your office stairs, go to your car, walk
yeah.
back up. Boom, done. I was just talking about that with someone
Well, and
the
I
other
had
day.
quite a few clients that just asked their employers for a standing desk and a walking pad, and they got one. So, like, try that if you're sitting
Yeah.
at a desk all day. And then I had one client who was a teacher, and she got one of those little, like,
The steppers. Sorry.
it like goes around in a circle. It's almost like with those paddle boats that you're in, you know, when you have to like
Oh,
paddle, and she just has it under her desk, and she would like do that a little bit like, so there's little things you can try. And but yeah, like Lacey said, just go like walk to the far bathroom or whatever. Like, it doesn't have to be a
Yeah.
15-minute walk. It can be literally 5 minutes. So
Well, and just like are standing up around, you know what I mean? Or it's like sometimes if I just have to answer text messages on my phone, I'll like go on my walking pad or I'll just like walk down the street or whatever. Like there's so many ways that you can habit stack that. So
yep.
no excuses, but big difference maker for sure for me. So
Yes. Cool. Okay, next one. The big six. We all know and love this one. We should probably link the like original YouTube video from that guy, the healing solution. No, what's it called?
no, that's
I'm thinking tapping
frick.
solution.
It's Lymph
Healing.
Love Club and then the guy that she learned from, but we'll
Yeah.
link it.
Yeah, we'll link the like best video. He like really explains. But basically the big six are these six lymph nodes on your body that are the biggest ones in your lymphatic system. They're also if you like look at where they are in your body, like they're right behind your ears, in your armpit, on top of your what's this called?
collarbones.
Clavicle? Yeah, collarbones. Like right between your boobs, on your hips,
Groin.
groin, and then behind your knees. And you just basically like pump on these 6 places in a specific order and just like warm them up, get things moving, get your lymph kind of pumping. And this is something I do before I do like there's quite a few different things. I do it every morning before I do like my skincare, my red light, and my little stretch routine. You should do it like before every workout, even before you eat. If you're getting a facial, if you're getting a massage, if you're getting on a plane, if you're getting in your car, like it literally takes 30 seconds, and it's just such a good way to kind of get your lymphatic system powered up. And I even see talk about it, especially with skincare. Like we do all this work to like gua sha our face and do all this beautiful skincare, but like we're never moving the lymph. So it's all stagnant sitting at our neck, and we're pushing all this inflammation out of our face, but it's just going to like move back in there if our lymphatic system isn't open and like draining. So that is one that all of our clients are doing. We all are doing. It's probably like one of my faves ever. So we'll link that for you guys. And
Yeah.
yeah.
And even for me, because Kira's been talking about this for probably like 2 years and I've only been doing it for like a year, but it's funny because I would always think about doing it and want to do it, but I like wouldn't really remember where the 6 places were or like how I was supposed to do it. And then one day I decided to make an Instagram video of doing it, which made me memorize it because I messed up my words 1,800 times. So then I finally learned how to do it. And so it's just really with something like this, just take the 5 minutes, watch the video and learn it and
Yeah.
memorize it, because now I just do it all the time. I'm in the shower, I do it. I'm before I go on my plate, I do it. Like it's just you just start doing it more. And even sometimes if I don't do all big 6, like I'm
Yeah.
always just like rubbing right here and rubbing my collarbone and rubbing under my armpits, and you again get addicted to it. So I just think it's like take the time to memorize it if you're like me,
Yeah.
because I would always think about I should do this, I should be doing this, I should be doing this, but I just never took the time to watch the video or whatever. So just take the time and learn it, and then you will just start doing it because it is so easy and it takes no time at all. And especially if you are someone who has the habit of dry brushing or going on a shake plate, like you're not really doing much if you're not doing the big six prior to that. So it's just super important, but we all need to do it, and you will notice an improvement in your inflammation, um, cellulite, all of that. So it's worth it.
Well, and also just taking time to learn about why
Yeah.
I think helps me so much, because it's so easy to be like, there's no way like pressing on these 6 points is gonna do anything. But when you really learn about it, then that's when you get the buy-in, and it's so much easier to want to continue to do it. And there's just so much we could say about lymphatic drainage, but that's
Another episode.
another
Another
episode. Okay, my next one I'm gonna do is blue light blockers. So this one is, I would say, maybe a little bit more of like a cost. Not, it doesn't necessarily need to be, but a little bit more of a cost boundary than the other ones. But it's a really easy thing to implement once you have it. And once you have it, you don't have to really get them ever again. And that's blue light blockers. We've all talked about how in love with our circadian rhythm and that aspect of our health, especially in the last little bit. And it's such an easy thing to do, especially if you're like a mom or you like work past sunset, which is actually not a hard thing to do, especially when the sun is setting at 4 p.m.
Shout out
But I
Canada. We
find
love you.
I was actually laughing so hard at that in our other episode. But
Me too.
yeah, so I just think it's a really, really easy thing to implement. You get a lot of return from it. And once you get consistent with it, you're going to notice how much better you feel from it as well. And I think we all get the Bond Charge ones, and they have like
Nice.
yellow glasses during the day, and then they have red glasses for like after sunset. But we need to figure out, there's like a certain like thing that you want to look for that Sarah was telling us about that one time. So
Yeah,
I feel like you
yeah,
could
it's
probably find Amazon.
I usually say to people, spend at least $100 because all that I've seen that are under 100, it's just like the quality isn't actually blocking the blue light.
Yeah.
And so you do want to invest and get slightly a better pair. But if we do girl math and it's like you wear them every single day, the $100 is, I mean, it's like it's like point zero
Yeah, I've
zero
had my
zero
pair for
one a
3
day.
years now,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
I mean, I've gone through lots because I break them and step on them and
I don't
abuse
know how
them,
I
but
haven't broke mine. Yeah.
Yeah.
But low
so
key, I'm like,
that's-
I don't like this style anymore. I want a new style. So I'm like hoping Ellie steps on them or something.
I know my content guy is like, we need to find you like a crazier pair of blue light blockers.
Oh
I'm
my
like, can
God.
we not? I just can't. But a brand actually sent me a cool pair because I wear them in my
Yeah.
content now. A lot of brands will reach out to me, and so another brand sent me a pair, and they're dope, but they're like aviators almost, but they're
Oh,
like this really
cool.
light metal. I don't know, it's weird, and they're super bendy, but they're dope. But I'm like, I can't wear those in my content, Ronnie. Like, don't make me.
You'll
Have I ever
do,
even
you
told
will
the
be.
lore of the blue light blocking glasses on here
I
about my
don't
content?
know.
Pretty much when I first started like hiring that guy, I wear them pretty much to be known as the girl with the orange glasses. Like it just sets you apart, and then people
Yeah.
kind of start calling you that, and you're either easier to like pick out against everybody else on Instagram. So that's why I started wearing them. But it's actually funny now because now I love wearing them in my content because you just get like, even right now with this light, I'm like, fuck, I wish I had my orange glasses
Yeah.
on. Like,
I know.
so it's actually really nice, and I'm glad. And then I also don't have to worry about looking tired or not having my makeup perfect because like
Yeah, that is actually a nice added
so it's
bonus.
actually been great. But I was really in my head about putting them on for the first time because it's slightly embarrassing, but I am that girl.
YOLO.
Girl with the red glasses.
Love it.
Love that. But yeah, so buy some. Never regret it.
Yeah.
Even it was funny being with Kira, staying with her for the couple nights because she wears hers in the morning, which I've like never ever ever do till she like goes outside and looks at the sun. And I was like, okay. But it was also too just a good reminder because I find I'm always working, especially right now at this time of year when it gets dark, and I'm always like looking outside and the sun is like perfectly setting. And I'm just like, fuck, I wish I could go outside right now. But just a good reminder being with you, Kier, because you're just like, okay, I'm going outside, and you're just out there for like 3 minutes or 5 minutes or whatever it is. And I'm like, that's a good reminder because I don't need to go for a 20-minute walk to watch the sunset to get the
Mhm.
benefits of seeing the sun go down and everything that it does for circadian rhythm. So I was like, okay, I'm going to start implementing that more. So just even the last few days, I'm just like, go away from my desk, go on my front porch for like 2 or 5 minutes and just
Yeah.
watch the
Mhm.
sunset because
Oh, I love that. Especially you guys have that nice balcony in your
I
bedroom.
know.
Like you could be out there.
I know. So I've been doing that. So thank you for the
Love
inspo.
it.
But
Welcome.
she also made me go outside with her in the morning to watch the sunrise, and it's fucking -30, and we're stepping in like 4 feet of drift snow, and I'm just like have these shitty boots on, and I'm just like, I hate it here so
I
much.
hate it
It's
here.
so cold. So, anyways, we digress. Am I up next?
Yeah.
Okay, my next one, which has also been a non-negotiable for me for years, is literally like 6 years probably, is not looking at my phone in the morning for I usually do about an hour, not that you guys need to do that at an hour. Just get out of the habit of looking at your phone while you're still in bed. And there's so many benefits from it. One, the blue light, your circadian rhythm, all of that jazz, but also just when you do look at your phone in the first thing in the morning, the way that I think about it is I'm pretty much like, I don't really care how I feel today or how my day is going to go. I'm just going to give all my power to the phone because when you're in that, I think it's beta state when you first wake up, your brain is like a little bit slower. It's also very impactful. Like that's when it's the best time to like read and actually take in information because your brain is just at a good wavelength. And so obviously if you're cruising social media or you get a bad email from your boss or whatever it is, it just has such a bigger impact than if you would have seen that 2, 3, 4 hours later when you had already kind of set the tone for your day. So that's the first thing that I would just constantly tell myself a few years ago when I started was like, am I really going to just hand all my power over to this phone? Like, no.
Mhm.
And then
Yeah, I
this,
saw one thing. Sorry, I'm just
no,
gonna
you're
go
good.
off on this. That was like whatever you give your brain first thing in the morning is what it's gonna crave for the rest of the day. And like once I heard that like I always didn't go on my phone, but hearing that and then noticing it show up, like when you're on vacation or you're at your in-laws and you're like, oh, I'll just go on my phone. And then how badly I would want it. Like I had no
Mhm.
control over going on it the rest of the day if I do. But if you start your day with like, even just say like a couple things you're grateful for and like drink your water and scrape your tongue and then
Mhm.
go on it.
Drink your tea.
Drink
Go
your
for a
tea,
walk.
sorry.
Drink your
Yeah,
tea. Tongue
that just like
scrape.
clicked it. Yeah. Do your big six. What else?
No, but that's true. That's because it's cheap dopamine, right? Like the
Yeah.
cheapest dopamine you can get is by looking at your phone. And it's not
Yeah.
like, although we're getting that dopamine hit, which is why we're all addicted to the phone, it's not a good type of dopamine. We don't get off our phone and we're like, wow, I feel amazing. Like if you were to
Yeah.
hike a mountain and get that and actually earn the dopamine. And so when you train your brain, oh, cheap dopamine right at the lift of my hand, like I can just
Yep.
pick it up at any moment and get it. Your body, that's what it's going to want to do all day. It's not going to want to work for the dopamine. It's not going to want to go do a workout. It's not going to want to go for a walk. It's just like, why would I do that when I can just pick this phone up and get not as
Yeah.
good quality of dopamine, but it's still dopamine. So that's where that comes from is you do train your body. And it's something about when people look at their phone first thing in the morning, they pick it up like 1,000 times
Yeah.
more than if you didn't,
Wow.
or I don't actually know. That's not a stat, so don't quote me, but
Yeah.
I
So
might have just made that up actually.
Me? Wow. And then I'm like
wow.
1,000 times. But
Just
maybe
like
that's accurate. I don't know.
Well, I did see something the other day where we do
big.
look at our phone like 2,200 times we like touch it a day.
Ew, I hate that.
That's
I know. It's
crazy.
fucking
So even
crazy.
just getting in the habit of like trying to find ways to be on your phone less, I think
Yeah.
is just like
Yeah, a lot of
great.
things that I do, like if I'm like going into the grocery store, I'll like purposely leave my phone in the car. And then it always kicks me in the ass
How
because
do
I forgot
you
my
what do you
wallet.
have?
Then I need to go back into my car and get my
Where's your
phone. And
list? Don't you have a list?
oh no, I eat the same thing every day for the last like
Oh
12
yeah.
years.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't need a
That's
list.
fair. I was like, Lacey, you need a
Well, when you go
But
on your walks, leave your phone like that kind of that's for
100%.
me the easiest one.
Hard.
Like, just
Oh.
don't bring your phone on your walks. And
Or
Oh,
even
that's the
into the
hardest for me.
bathroom. Like,
Yeah,
I'll
the
be, like,
bathroom is gross.
halfway to the bathroom, and I'm like, "Oh, I don't have my phone," and I'll, like, turn
I
around to
know.
go and get it. I'm like, "Lacey, you're going pee. Like, you have 3 seconds in there. You're gonna" So
You're gonna be
anytime I
okay.
catch myself that where I'm like, "Oh, I should grab my phone," I'm like, "No, just leave it." So it's yeah, going into the bank, stuff like that, going for walks, going into the grocery store, just, like, purposely not trying to look at it when I'm in a line in
Yeah.
something because or, like, in an elevator, like, there's lots of ways where I'm just like, "Practice, Lacey." And
Yeah.
it's funny to look around at everyone else because you're like, "I'm so much better than you.
Losers.
Look at all you guys on your phone."
Here's me looking at that Christmas decoration for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Just so bored. Can't wait till I can get back on my phone.
Another
Anyways.
thing with that one, just don't bring it like, the only way I could stop not looking at my phone in the morning, because that was the only thing I felt like actually, like, woke me up at my alarm, is just not bringing your phone into your
Yeah.
room. So get a little, like, digital alarm clock. It doesn't need to be the $400 Hatch alarm clock. Just get something cheap off Amazon if that's why your phone is in your room, and go from there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's something I need to work on. I still sleep with my phone, but I
But good
don't
for you
go
for
on
not
it.
scrolling in the morning, because if my phone's in there, I'm freaking scrolling in the morning.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. So your last one.
Okay, so this is like kind of a random one, but I've been trying to do it a little bit more lately, and it's just like they call it burping your house, actually, which I think is so funny. But just like opening your window.
Justin's face was so
What? But it's funny to think of that. And like once I heard that, this again was like the thing that I said about the cheap dopamine with your phone. Like whatever you do in the morning, you're gonna do all day. That was like what clicked it for me. So what clicked it for me was like hearing them say you need to burp your house. And I was like, oh yeah, like our houses, especially in the wintertime, if you live somewhere cold, you just have the heat cranked and people are sick and you're just breathing into your house constantly all day. And even just like I do pretty good with like toxin-free products, but there's things that we have in our house, I'm sure that I don't even know are like full of garbage at this point. I haven't gone to every single room of the house. But like opening your windows and just getting some outside air circulating in and moving things around is actually really, really good for your lungs. And it's one of the things that we recommend. Your lungs are a drainage pathway, and just opening your windows and having that fresh air just circulate through once a day is actually supporting them. So super low lift, literally cost you nothing. I don't have an air filter yet. It's maybe another thing that I want this year. Shit.
Oh.
But you can just open up your windows and get a little bit of fresh air. And oftentimes the air in our homes can even be like dirtier than the air outside, which is kind of crazy to think about. So just give them that little burp
But
your
it
house.
also makes sense, because like, even the air is probably not the cleanest outside, but
Yeah.
when you think about how much more it's circulated versus inside your
Yeah.
home, it's just so stagnant, like you said,
Yeah.
especially in the winter months when like there's
Yeah.
just nothing moving.
Yeah. So to implement that, because I'm like, okay, I don't not burp my house ever, but I do.
I can't with
I
that
do
statement.
sage, so I like once a week I sage my house. But I'm
Oh,
like, okay, I
nice.
need to because that's how my brain works. Is like I need to habit stack that. So I'm thinking when I make my coffee every day, although I already do like 4 other habits in that time because I really
When you're
base.
getting the sunlight, just open up that, if you're on your
Yeah,
balcony, just open up that door
yeah,
and
Yeah.
start with that.
yeah. No, that's what I need to do because I'm like, okay, how can I remember to do that every day? So
Yeah, it is hard to remember, but, like, yesterday, we did, like, a little Ellie went to my parents, and me and Brett, like, got all the Christmas decorations out and kinda started cleaning. I was like, "Oh, we're opening the windows." So maybe if you, like, clean your house, like, once a week or whatever.
Lacey,
Zach,
yeah, when you clean your house.
Zach really is on me. One of our New Year's resolution is to do 10-minute tidy up every night.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
on
Because I was
I
like,
do
I
that
need a
every day too.
time and I need a schedule and I need to be prepared. Because if I'm sitting on the couch and my brain is turned off and you're like, we need to clean, I'm like, I'm not doing anything right now. I'm in my. But
But
that's
you
like,
should do it after supper. Don't do it, like,
yeah,
after
don't let
dinner, get the
yourself sit.
kitchen clean, and then continue on to do just, like, literally a 10-minute. It's the best.
yeah, no, we're gonna get on it because I've just been telling that Zach for so long. But I also realized I was like, you need to give me options because when you say, Lacey, can you unload the dishwasher? I feel attacked. But if you say, hey, Lacey, do you want to unload the dishwasher or take the garbage
Oh my
out?
god.
Then I feel like I have options. But
You're
this is
literally
all, this is like
like a
ADHD
little
slash.
kid. No, that's called gentle parenting.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he has to take care of me.
Okay, well, now when you
I love it.
you do your 10-minute tidy up, that's when you open up the
Yeah,
windows.
that's what I am. But I'm also sharing this for you guys listening, right? Because it's
Yeah.
like we can say all of these habits, but if you have no skills or intention to actually implement them, you will never do it. And this will just be
Mhm.
another podcast that you listen to. So it's like, this is how I think about, okay, how am I going to implement this new habit? Okay, one is something that I do already every single day because this only takes half a second to open up the door. It's not hard. It's low
Mhm.
lift, you might say. And so that's how I like think about it. And then that's how I actually implement and make changes and create new habits. So
Yeah.
you're
Cool.
welcome
I
for
love it.
putting myself on fire.
No, you're not. I
Okay,
think those
Jeb,
are all
what's
normal.
your last one?
I'm just gonna go for a good old classic and basic is eating breakfast within, I'm gonna say, an hour. I like to.
Oh, that was like an actual clap, not like a stop. Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
I thought it was an actual clap.
Wrong, Jeb.
Yeah, if you guys didn't know, when we screw something up, we have to do a big clap. So that's what Lacey's talking about. Would you guys say, like, should we just say within 30 minutes or start with an hour? Like, an hour just seems like a long time to be like not having your breakfast.
To be honest, though, I probably eat mine. I do eat mine at usually like an hour.
Me
Okay.
too.
So it
Or
just
more.
depends on like because I do all my stuff after my breakfast so that I can like have my
Yeah.
coffee while I'm doing all my stuff. But
Okay, and this is probably the first time in my life that I've struggled with eating it within an hour. So I have to like get up, do my
okay,
oral
good.
stuff, drink my water, have a yogurt, and then because I'm up so much earlier and we all eat breakfast together, and then I'm
That
like,
does make it
oh,
hard.
shit, I'm that person now. So I have a yogurt. I have one of my 10 grams of protein Siggy's yogurts while I'm sipping on my nettle infusion sitting in front of my red light panel.
Well, even today I like didn't have enough time to like have a full breakfast and we like
Yeah.
didn't have bread. So I just had like 2 hard-boiled eggs. Like it doesn't always need to be this big what? Gross. No, I'm kidding.
It's like, wow, that
I love
sounds.
hard-boiled eggs.
No,
Matt
I
gives
know,
me
so
such a
do
hard
I.
time for it. Yeah. Anyways, I think if we can strive to have a full balanced breakfast within an hour of waking, there is nuance to it. Like even what Kira was saying, or if you work out first thing in the morning, but just having some kind of like protein-based snack, I think within that first 30 minutes to an hour is very, very helpful. It is actually crazy how much my day completely changes, both emotionally and my like hunger cues, if I do not have like a full balanced breakfast, and something that I've really prioritized in the last year. And I think Lacey either says this or she says lunch should be your biggest meal, but I've been trying to make breakfast my biggest meal and it's probably like close to 700 calories, and I feel so much
Yeah.
better the whole day. Like I have a balanced lunch and then I'm not having like feeling like I need to like overdo it at dinner or have those like big nighttime snacks. And also just your hunger cues, it helps balance your leptin and ghrelin, which is really, really important. And once again, another podcast episode, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's my
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love
Such a
that
good one.
one. Every time I reflect or I like share my story, I'm like, I think that's the one habit that changed the most for me.
yeah, me too.
And it's just the best because breakfast is also my favorite. Like
It's
it's
so
just
good.
so good. And I'm the same as Jeb. Like my breakfast is probably 700 calories. And it's just funny for how long I had tried so hard to push breakfast off
Yeah.
or to have a super small breakfast where I would like eat half oats. I would literally put cauliflower in my oatmeal so it felt like I had more oats, but
Same.
it was actually cauliflower, you guys.
Oh, Lace.
Oh, I did that for
I just
years,
want to hug
years.
that, Lacey.
I know,
It's okay.
right? Like have some extra
For-
oats. It's okay.
And it just starts that cycle of undereating all day and then binging and overeating at night. And so I think that that has just made the biggest difference. And I always say, like, if I'm going to die on one hill and get people to implement one habit, it is to start eating a massive breakfast because, like Jensen says, you're just blood sugar is so much more stable. And then even eating a big lunch. It's funny because mom always used to say, or does say, like, breakfast should eat like a king, lunch
Yeah.
eat like a queen, dinner eat like a peasant.
Yeah.
Which is maybe not like we love peasants, shout out, but
Yeah.
um
Not in a derogatory way.
no, not in a no. But it's so true and it's just like crazy the more because I think when I was bodybuilding, You just, like,
You
want to
reverse
save
it.
your calories for later at night and also, like, being a server and having
Yeah.
late shifts where I wanted to have that big meal at 8 o'clock at night, that once I was no longer living that life, I lived that life for 10 plus years, so it was so hard for me to get out of that habit of wanting to eat right when I got home or right before I went to bed. And I still have like a meal probably later than I should. I've actually got better than with that in the last few months, but it makes no sense to save your calories for late at night because you're not doing anything. That's when you're sitting on the couch. And so it's like, even when I was in my bodybuilding prep, I'm like, that really made no sense because I just wanted to eat when I got home before I went to bed. So I wasn't starving. So I'd
Yeah.
save like 400 calories for then
Yeah, you'd
and
have,
eat like
like, 3
400.
workouts on no energy and then save your calories for when you're sitting on the couch at
Yeah.
night.
But I think it's just helped my relationship with food. It helped me stop like binging at night. It gave me so much more energy. Like it's just, and now I can
Yeah.
maintain
It's the
fat loss and I
best.
eat more than ever. And it's just so
Yeah,
delicious.
and for me,
Yeah,
like,
and breakfast is so good.
I don't even, honestly, still to this day, like, 3 years into this, honestly, probably more at this point, like, there's still times where I'm like, "I do not want to eat breakfast like this." Like, I would way rather just skip breakfast and, like, even if it meant not having a coffee, I just don't feel like making breakfast, but you just force yourself to do it, and it makes such a big difference, and if you're listening to this and you're like, "Oh, I feel really nauseous in the morning when I eat," the only thing that is going to help that is pushing through that and eating breakfast, and we're not saying you need to start with a 700-calorie breakfast, but I honestly think it's worth just, like, starting with a very high-calorie breakfast and pushing through that instead of doing this, like, long drawn out thing where you have, like, start with an egg in the morning and then start with an egg and a toast. I feel like it's much better to just kinda jump into that, but I also know everyone's different in
Yeah.
how they add habits in.
Yeah. And I think one, the reason that you feel nauseous is because your blood sugar is
Yeah.
messed. And it's probably because you binged the night before. And I
Yeah.
only
Yeah.
say that from love out of a place of I've been there. And
Mhm.
I'm sure I've told this story thousands of times, but when I was in university and I was at the peak of my starving myself all day and binging at night, I can remember my mom being like, "Lisa, you need to eat breakfast." And we'd be talking on the phone and I would feel so sick, like I was gonna throw up till about like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, where I couldn't even fathom eating a granola bar. And so I totally get it, you guys. But
Mhm.
you just have to start and you think it's gonna be this bad thing because you're like, "I'm binging at night and I'm overeating and I'm eating all these calories late at night. I don't wanna eat in the morning or I'm gonna gain weight." But just the more that you eat in the morning, the less that you will eat at night. And it's such
Yeah.
like a I don't know
And it
what to
doesn't have
say.
to be bacon and eggs. Like, if you don't like that, like, you can
Yeah.
have chicken and, like, some people eat soup for breakfast when they're starting out. Like, just have something that you love to have and, like,
Oh, I could just
have
never
steak and
imagine not
potatoes.
having
No, I
breakfast
know, but
food.
some people,
I'm
like,
like,
really
"Chicken? Kira, we're trying to sell breakfast on these people."
but some people really struggle, like, they
No, I know.
or
They
are,
hate
like,
eggs
hate
or
eggs or whatever, so it doesn't have to be that.
even for me, I was so off of eggs and I was struggling with breakfast for so long. I also
Yeah.
was gluten free. So then it's like when I'm eating these eggs, I'm eating it with this shitty piece of toast. And then recently I switched to having sourdough and it made such a big difference because now I like look forward to my breakfast. And obviously, not everyone can kind of play this in between with gluten, but for me, I can. And it made such a big difference. And then I
Yeah.
also started getting like driving to this grocery store far away and getting like this really good turkey bacon. And like
Mm,
that also makes the world of a difference because I really look forward to it. And it just takes a little bit longer for me to like cook the bacon, but I'm getting those calories in. I'm actually looking forward to it. Some microgreens on there, some
mm.
organic ketchup. It's so
Some
good.
blueberries and a kiwi. That's what
Yeah.
we've been doing lately. I'm
Mm.
just like, "Oh, fucking yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So make it
So
Yes."
something
good.
you look forward to. Like
Yeah.
even like breakfast tacos. I feel like that's always a good one for people
Mm,
that hate breakfast because then you're not having just like straight up eggs.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Lacey, do you have
Awesome.
one
Good
more?
one. I do. It's very low lift. Is listening to healing frequencies or healing hertz, which I started doing kind of unintentionally early this past year, so at the start of 2025, because I realized with my focus and my ADHD, I feel like I'm talking about ADHD a lot on this podcast, but that's besides the point. It's just my ADHD.
But that's why low lifts are so
No, I
impactful.
know. And I'm just
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
thinking because I'm like, it's so hard for me to implement new things. But then once I do, I like stick with them for the rest of my life
Yeah.
because now it's just a part of my,
I can't let it go.
yeah, I
Mhm.
can't let it go. But I started listening to certain frequencies because it's like an ADHD focus playlist, and a lot of them are like healing frequencies. And I just listen to that while I work. And it's pretty much like spa music, is how I would
Yeah.
describe it. But it just helps me so much with focusing that now I listen to it like literally 8 hours a day. And I'll go back and forth because there's ADHD focus frequencies, and then there's actually like healing frequencies. And I don't know if they're the same or not. They're different playlists on my Spotify, but I kind of
Yep.
think that they might just be the same because I don't notice a difference in my focus when I'm listening to the healing hurts. But there's just so much that goes into different frequencies, and I believe we are all energy beings living on this planet. And so it is a lot of the music that most of us listen to is almost doing the opposite to the energy that you carry and you don't even know it. And so I didn't really do like much research on the benefits or anything of like the healing hurts. I just know that it's good and people should implement it more. And it's just nice. Like, it's like when me and Zach are
Yeah.
just chilling and we're doing our puzzle, like, I'll put it on over our TV, and it's just, like, little ways where you can maybe if you don't have anything on or you would just have a show on in the background or a TV playing for not really any reason besides it's just slight entertainment in the background, just turning on healing frequency, you do start to I just love it, and I can just, like,
Yeah.
feel my
Yeah.
nervous system go breathe, and especially when I'm working and I'm a little bit more stressed and I'll, like, find myself, like, tensing my shoulders and stuff, I just find it's really helped calm my stress while I move throughout my day as well, so that's pretty much
And
all I
it's
have to say
cool,
on that.
like, on Spotify, you just type in, like, whatever you want. Like, people have made all the playlists. Like, I got one that's, like, feminine energy hurts. I have a healing hurts one. There's, like, a cleansing hurts, focus like, there's literally whatever you're up to and you're doing, energy. And I actually just saw a girl post a study that said, like, kids I don't remember the percentage, but it was, like, over 40% calmer
Hmm.
when there's, like, that type of music playing in the background. So I just as soon as I get up in the morning, that's, like, the first thing I do. So it's Healing Hurts is on. I do my tongue scraping, drink my nettle tea, do my big 6 with it just kinda going in the background, and then it also kinda, like, keeps you off your phone because it's, like, you're so calm, if you pick it up and try to go on, like, Instagram, you're almost like, "Ugh, no,
Yeah.
like, I'm in my bubble."
I feel like it just probably and this is something I don't do, and I feel like I have resistance to it. Like, I just find it, if I'm being honest, and this is probably the fact that I have a dysregulated nervous system, I find it really annoying. Like, I'm like, "What is this buzzing
I
in the
know when you
background?"
said that, I was like, "That is because I think we talked about this the other day. I was like, "Really? That just seems so weird that you, like, feel agitated."
I feel annoyed by it. I'm like, it's just like, "Zzz." I'm like,
I
"Can
find
I put
once the
on a
day
normal
starts
song?"
going once the day starts going and, like, Ellie's awake and we're making breakfast, I have to just turn it off, but when I'm, like, doing something that I wanna be calm for
That
sorry,
I can
but
see, like, even you talking about the morning routine, I think that
Mhm.
or, like, nighttime routine, I think that's a time when I could do it,
Could
but
do
when
it.
I'm working, I find it very annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to send you my playlist. I think you're gonna love it.
Okay, yeah, because that is something I would like to
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
implement for sure.
Yeah, I
Cool.
don't know, and I'm definitely someone that, like, was addicted or still am, like, addicted to white noise when I sleep, but
Mhm.
found that a lot, right? Like, it's funny when we were talking about, like, turning on the or I don't even know if that was you guys when we were talking about turning on the kitchen fan.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was earlier this episode.
Oh.
today. It was, like, an hour ago.
It's about 30 minutes ago. So you
Um,
guys
but that's something, like, I would do, and I think and that's more, like, dysregulated nervous system because I couldn't handle silence for so long that
you
I
would
would, like
turn on the kitchen fan.
yeah, because I don't like
You
silence.
are a
That is
serial killer.
crazy
I
shit.
Yeah,
know.
that's
So instead of doing that now, I turn on my healing frequencies.
Yeah, whereas
okay.
me, like, if the fan's on, as soon as it gets turned off,
Yeah,
I'm
you're
like,
like
"I
yeah.
can breathe again."
And I
Oh, no,
remember
like
being like mom doing that when we were kids, like, she'd turn the fan off and be like, and I'm like, "Oh, she's so dramatic. Like, come on, mom, calm down now." I'm like, "Oh, I get it. I
yeah,
No,
get
I don't
it."
that's
know
me.
what that is. I'm gonna have to look that up because even, like, I'll be for example, we were just at Zach's parents' house and we're like right beside a bathroom. Like we have a bathroom adjoining to our room. And like I just go into my room to like unpack my suitcase or anything. And I just like turn the fan on so that I can listen
Ew, no, Lacey,
all
I
of the
can't.
time. And then Zach's dad's always like, why do you keep turning the fan on? Like,
Oh my gosh, that is so even when I turn the fan off in the bathroom, I'm like, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know what that is.
Oh yeah, like I try to sneak in a shower with the fan off all the time, and Brett's just like, like,
I think it just like calms my brain, like helps my brain not think as much. I don't know. I think it's
Yeah.
an ADHD thing also. But Jensen, I'm curious that you hate
But
it
it's
so much.
also a sensory thing the other way. Like if
Yeah.
you can't stand that, like
that's
yeah,
what it's.
because
so
it could
that's
go
why I
both
find it
ways.
interesting for you too.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it makes sense, like the white noise part of it, and I'm
You guys
addicted.
make me so confused whether I have ADHD or not.
I think everyone does
Same.
in today's world, to be completely honest. But
I think everyone has ADHD, and I think everyone's like on the spectrum somewhere. That's what I've come
yeah,
to the conclusion.
I even seen a TikTok, it must have been last night, and this guy was like like going on like that, and then it's like some other guy, like they're doing a little skit, and it's like your autistic friend like masking and exercising his vocal.
It was Jack Black singing that song. Yes.
And I'm like, I do that so much.
Same.
Like do and just like start singing randomly out of nowhere, and Zach's just like, you're absolutely crazy. But I'm like, no.
Or like putting on like this sounds so fucking cringe, but like I get like these like bursts of energy where I like start dancing and singing in front of Matt, and he's like, what the fuck is going on? I'm like, I see videos, it's like my like ADHD girlfriend when she has like a moment of energy. I'm like, that's actually me.
Well, and they say like, because I get all the autistic TikToks, and it's like that's like you not having to mask. So it's like that's why when autistic people are like in normal social settings, they get like exhausted and tired. And I think ADHD, like they're so similar. There's so many similarities, but it's like having like you just have those weird bursts of energy that you do stuff, and
it's only with certain people.
And it's only with certain people. And
you're like, I can do whatever I want.
Yeah.
Ooh, sorry.
It's literally Matt's like, okay.
The other day I probably put on a 30-minute concert for Zach in our kitchen while he was doing his puzzle, and I'm just like, he's like, can you shut up? I'm like, I'm so good at singing. I'm just like, yeah, anyways.
Anywho, that's Low Lifts, guys. That's it. We love you.
Love you.
Stay well.
If you like this episode, please like, share, and subscribe to the episode, and share it with a friend as well who maybe needs some support with some low lift activities. And also, if you watch it on YouTube, please do watch it on YouTube, because we get really low views on YouTube. And if you could ring the little bell once you do so that you get notified when our next episode comes up, and that would be amazing. Thanks very much, and have a great day. Thanks for tuning in to The Wellness Effect. We're so grateful to be part of your wellness journey. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and follow us on Instagram. We'll put all of our handles in the show notes. If you have questions or ideas, slide into our DMs or send us an email. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, keep creating your own wellness effect.